You're rocking with the best radio station on the planet, SDM Live Unplugged.
Yo, 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 what's up, world? East Coast to West Coast. You now tuned in to Boss Talk, the podcast. You got me, Tez Williams, on the mic. Follow me on Instagram as well, ProWash World. I just want to welcome y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, and we about to kick it off. Boss Talk, the podcast. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Welcome to the episode 2 of Boss Talk Podcast, man. It's Jalen the Realtor, Jalen James. I'm here to definitely introduce myself. Y'all remember I am a real estate agent and a real estate investor. You can find me on social media at Jalen James, Jalen, last name James. And on Instagram, you can find me at Jalen the Realtor, JalenTheRealtor.
I'm Stefan Akins, real estate investor / real estate agent. I'm with Front Page Property, black-owned company out of Detroit. You can follow me on social media at Stefan Akins on Facebook and Realtor Akins at Realtor Acres on Instagram.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Marcel Sanchez. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Cell the Builder. That's CELL the Builder. And find me on Facebook at Marcel Sanchez Sr. I am a contractor and I'm also a grant writer. So if you're looking for grants or loans for your business, I can help you out with that. And last but not least, we have our new addition to Boss Talk. Let's clap it up on that.
Welcome to Boss Talk.
We got the legendary Clifford Wallace. I'll let you take it from here.
Hey, what's up? I'm Clifford Wallace III, and I am a boss entrepreneur. So it's a lot of layers to what I do. I have a financial business that I can take you from getting your credit clean. I can get you the money that you need to run your business. I can set your business up from every aspect to being a financial technology company all the way out to where you can use your money to invest. I have another company that works along with us. It's Millennial Mutual Investments. And we just killed the game here just recently. In the last 4 months, we involved in cryptocurrency, Forex. And if you know something about it, it went from 10,000 a coin to 72,000 a coin. So everybody bossed up. In my group, we all did good, investing with that. We use a company called in techno. It's an actual banking AI system. So the money's traded for you. You don't have to think about it. It's what the banks use to evaluate cryptocurrency. I'm also involved in media. I have a company called Plug and Play Studios. So we involved in a couple of TV shows. We got some things going on that I think everybody's going to love. So, I'm an entrepreneur from way back. So, I learned a lot from my dad. He owns a chain of insurance agencies. And, we had cleaners coming up. So I really, really got that entrepreneurial spirit at a young age. But I went into actually network engineering. I started working for a communications company, moved out to LA. Was there for about 10 years, had a recording studio, made some great relationships while I was out there. I sent a shout out to my boy Nick Cannon, Keenan Thompson. And, it's been a wild ride. And I'm the OG of the crew now. So I'm here to answer any questions you need.
Now, look, that was a lot.
Literally. First off,
introduce him. Go ahead.
We all younger, and Cliff is, older than us. So why don't you explain how you got acquainted with us and why you wanted to be a part of the Boss Talk crew?
I want to know where he started at. Like, I want to know when you was a high school class, on your senior year, where you think life was going to go for it to go that far. Then you could jump into what he said.
Okay. When I was in high school, I really didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So, but I knew that my father was in the military. So I did the military thing. I signed up for military intelligence and I did that. And then after I got out of there, I knew I wanted to go to college. So I went to college and did my thing. Send a shout out to all my A5A brothers.
Where you go to school at?
I went to a school called Talladega College, and a lot of people may have heard of it, but it's a very popular college amongst the historically black colleges. So,
HBCUs.
Yeah, one of the HBCUs. It's out in Alabama. And it's really a good school. Bill Cosby, who I still got love for, spoke at our graduation, and a lot of people that did big things came from the school.
So that you said you got out of high school and went to military. How many years you was in the military?
Military, whenever you sign up, it's an 8-year contract, but it gave me the flexibility. You could do 2 to 4 years active, so I only did 3. And then after that, I went off to college.
Did they pay for your schooling from you being in the military?
Yeah. They helped make that happen.
Was that a hidden blessing, like getting school paid for it? You think it kind of you would have been mad as hell if you had student loans right now.
Oh man, come on! It's real tough, and I don't always advise people to go to college in this generation because we live in an information society, and everybody really wants you to be able to do something technical. Right. So if you can go to a 2-year school, get a trade, get licensed in something, that's another great route versus having $100,000-$200,000 worth of student debt and then still really can't find a job in your field.
Right. I think the world has changed too, though, because there's so much free information out here. Mm-hmm. Like anything that anybody do, the job, whoever hiring, they gonna see you ain't got the schooling behind you, but you could learn the actual skill on YouTube 9 times out of 10.
And that's how it happened for me. I went to school and graduated for public administration, worked on a few political campaigns, and I ended up getting trained from AT&T. That's how I got my technical skills. So they trained me for what I did.
Was you ready to you said you moved to LA?
I transferred from Michigan to LA, and I was thirsty and ready to blow up.
It wasn't a hard time. You like,
come on,
I'm gone.
I'm out. I'm out, man. LA was just lovely. I can't say anything bad about it.
So, question. You got a lot of experience. You've been to college. You've been across the country. What made you want to be a part of the Boss Talk crew? And we don't have the full college experience or the degrees, and we kind of just got this going on. So what made you take a leap of faith and want to be a part of Boss Talk and help us out with our mission we got going on?
Quite honestly, it was you, Marcel, because I got to know you first. And you being such a young man and being involved in being a professional brick mason, and you just had a real sharp mind. Like a lot of people I have to teach about the financial markets. You knew the financial markets. You knew how to trade in the financial markets. You knew how to go through the systems and, do the Forex, and you really understood it. So I was just really impressed. I was like, wow, this much at this point in your life and have accomplished a lot, and you really don't have a formal degree. So I was impressed by you, in that regard. So then, I gave you the opportunity and you're working with me now. And when I came in and met the other gentleman, we're here at my location. So, this is where my office is for my company, Financial Solutions Business Management. You can catch us at fsbmanagement.com. And, when I met you guys coming to the podcast room, I was just like, this is a real good, great concept. I was just like, it's brilliant. And I think it's just something that I want to be a part of because, I saw you guys were younger and you're like at an earlier stage in your career. And I thought maybe I could bring something to the table. You know what I'm saying? So, we got an incredible team. Let's not forget TRBT Club. They're really partnering up with us on a whole lot of things and doing some great things too. There's a Black directory and just a plethora of a lot of different layers of business that operate out of this facility. So the podcast room is just a part of it.
Yeah, shout out to the room, this table, everything. It's official.
Before we switch subjects, also shout out to Channel 7 News for finding us and putting us on the channel. Shout out to Darren Cunningham. It's a great guy. He's seen the vision in our podcast, and we really appreciate that. And we're going to do great things for the city and give back. That's the whole point of the podcast. So before we move forward, we want to shout out to Channel 7 News, WXYZ.
Okay, and I'm glad you was on topic as far as like building a relationship with Marcel, and that's how it got you involved, because I want to get off into the podcast questions. So we're just gonna go around, ask everybody. I'm gonna ask the question, and everybody fill in on it. So, what relationship should you chase in business, and what kind of relationships should you avoid as an entrepreneur?
We was talking about this before. We saying though, to the average man and woman, is it better if you're an entrepreneur to have a significant other, one person? Is it good to be in a relationship? Is it good to just stick and move as the world moves? Because you saying, hey, babe, I gotta leave. I'm going to Texas. They got $1 million opportunity for me. Yo, significant other might not be able to lead a family. Is it good to stay single? Is it good to be in a relationship? Is it good to have flings, get married? What are you doing? That's why we want to hear everybody's opinion on that.
Look, I feel like back to what B Simone said. I don't know if y'all heard what she said, but I feel like you got to match people in your lane. You got to deal with people in your lane because a lot of people that's not in your lane can hold you back. Man.
True, I feel that. I ain't listening to B Simone though.
I mean, I don't be listening to her, but it's just some fact she said something and it makes sense.
I ain't no disrespect to B Simone.
Right.
I ain't watching.
Me personally, I am newly single, and right now it's tough because a lot of women want a boss until it's time for him to be a boss. Like, I got certain commitments to my business and also to myself. Right now, I didn't get to change clothes, so I came here straight from working on the house, and I'm probably gonna go right back when we done. And when you got those long nights where you don't know if you're gonna make it home or things like that, people don't understand. If you got to pick up and leave and travel, they may feel some type of way because they can't come with. So, in my idea, I need a woman that either have a similar lifestyle, or I prefer to have a woman that could assist me on the administrative end where I could be multiple places at one time and have it be a joint effort. So right now I just prefer to be single because most people don't understand the time that's put into it because I don't have the security of a paycheck.
I kind of, my fault, cut you off, bro. I kind of disagree with you on saying the woman should help you. Because business and pleasure, like when I say it don't mix, I can't see if my wife is my full-time assistant handling all my appointments when I'm mad at her, it shouldn't slow up the dollars. So I don't want the woman to be in a business at all. I feel like my end wife gonna end up having to be in the same lane with her own thing going on or have a whole different business. So when she having a showcase, I can go support her. I'm doing an open house, bring some food. Right. One or the other. So she still got to be successful, but I don't want to mix business and pleasure at all. That's what I don't think.
No, there could be space involved. You definitely can have space in between the two. For me, you just got to know how to set those boundaries. I don't think if y'all are both strong-minded and y'all are both working together, I don't think that it'll be an issue.
It eventually will, maybe.
But yeah, but that's where the space at. You got to know how to separate that. Okay, of course, this is my thing, and you got your thing, but you should be able to work and get a second opinion.
I give you an example. Say we get married, and then me and my wife, we got the biggest business ever, and there's no prenup involved, and our intimacy die.
Okay,
we were in court for some long time saying who get what, especially if we don't put 20, 30 assets in the business. Now you got to split all that up.
But you're talking about you're talking about something that's like when you're thinking of a relationship or marriage or creating a business, is that what you're also thinking about? Like if this relationship ends, how we gonna split the business, or are you thinking
you're not gonna want to go to your business every day and you got to see your newly divorced wife?
If you got a wife, are you sitting there thinking, oh, this is gonna one day end, so what we need to do, or what's our plan if it ends?
I think you all have a good point, because for you, Marcel, I can kind of relate. You can be married to your business if you don't have that relationship that you got to spend a lot of time with, nurture it, and make it right. But on the other hand, if you do have somebody and you pick a good partner, they can complement you. Right. They can really help you grow and develop in maybe ways you couldn't. They say, a wife is a helpmate. So you just got to kind of figure out what's the best lane for you to travel in. And how can we make this work? You know what I'm saying? I'm sure Jay-Z appreciates Beyonce because they can play off each other and they can build in that way. But it can happen in other ways as well.
I definitely want my lady to support me because I'm standing behind her 100% as well on anything, any venture she got.
I got a question for the whole podcast. So we're going to break down in two parts. Is you a boss am I gonna get further in life? I mean, whatever I'm doing, this is every lane. He's selling toothpicks, to selling real estate, to selling worlds. Is that person, whether it's male and female, gonna get further single or with a partner? I want to
With
hear
a
y'all
partner.
opinion.
Partner.
I think it's the quality of the person.
You gotta.
I believe in synergy.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you
learn
got
to
somebody
separate the
that's
two.
just draining you, they need this, they need that, and they nagging, and you're not having a real good, peaceful relationship, then that can take your attention span off of your business. But if you got somebody that's pushing you, that got your back, and they like, let me help out here, let me help out there, then that maybe can help you grow. Because I guess ultimately a wife is a helpmate. But as the leader and as a boss, you got to kind of line that up where it works. So it's got to be boundaries. It's got to be a discussion.
So you say it depends on the situation. What you say?
I say it depends on the woman for real. Because you'll have some women that's like, you always working. I don't care about that business. And if the bills flop, then they might flop too. But one thing I noticed dating, even if you just texting somebody or y'all just, building a relationship, they'll talk about you a lot because you're interesting. It's not common to have a boss and we're out here legitly making a living doing something different. So they'll share all your posts. They'll tell everybody about
Not
you.
everybody, don't. That's what I'm saying.
The ones, but that's the type of woman you want to attract. If you see that she's an asset and she can help you, if she offer and say, hey, I can print these papers up for you and file them, I don't mind. Or she telling her whole job that, oh, he does brickwork, he fixed on houses, and she bring you a bunch of jobs, I would consider her as a long-term option. But if she's not considerate of my personal success and what I'm trying to do at the moment, I'm not with it. I'm not really willing to commit too much time until somebody changes my mind. So I'm almost in the mindset I'll know when I meet my wife.
I think that goes back to say to the point where what I said, that a woman is pretty much what I say.
What I think you were saying something like woman is.
It was some quote.
Yeah. I just feel like you supposed to date somebody in your lane. That's where I was going.
So that's the answer.
Date somebody in your lane. If you date somebody in your lane, they simply gonna help you. If I'm dating, I ain't gonna say a real estate agent. I don't want to date no real estate agent, but if I'm dating somebody that's in the real estate game somewhere, maybe doing some title work, that's beneficial, bro, and that's helpful at the end of the day. That's a little less work I got to do, and that's more work I could put in something else.
But think about being an entrepreneur. If you're an entrepreneur, you know the ups and downs of that. If your woman or your wife is stable, she's making six-figure income, then it's a little solid foundation. You got a little bit more room to play, take a little bit more risk, so it could work out beautifully. And she's not really in your business, but she's a part of your life and she's helping you in another way.
Right. So it depends on the situation. That's the answer from the
situation.
And all my women out there, if your boo not supporting your business, leave him alone. He need to be saying, okay, you sell cookies, babe. I want some cookies. Yeah.
Look, women got to support our business too.
No, the women.
They do,
this is everybody got an opinion. My women got to be there to put me back on my feet. That's it. But that'll never happen. I'm like once in a lifetime. We 30 years in. If I'm too heavy invested, and I got like 15 flips going on.
I'm talking about share my posts.
Too small. There you go.
No, I'm saying I get you, but I'm talking about support my business in all the aspects, like even the small stuff though.
I feel what you're saying on that. Remember we had that conversation. I feel like social media ain't everything though. So.
You said it was everything when it come to marketing.
No, time is going fast. I was saying that people going for sure just be like, okay, social media, I'm going with them. I'm going with Marcel. He on Instagram, Facebook. He the Mason man.
So market me. That's my point.
What I'm saying though is that ain't everything.
That's not right.
If my girl sell cookies, I might just say, okay, my daughter going to school today, I'm gonna use her bakery and buy all the treats from there for the school.
Okay, so as an entrepreneur, what kind of relationships should you avoid?
I say just drain for we go all speak our opinion, but I say if I got a wife or just a spouse who got bad habits that I don't indulge in, just an example, if she smoke, I don't smoke, but every day she's saying smoke with me, or I'm coming to show a house smelling like weed, that's not gonna fly with me. Especially if I'm seeing her a lot and we really, really like each other. We just either have to get common ground or figure it out. Or if she just want to always spend money. We can spend money, not every day. We ain't living for that. We living for the years down the line and every day. Life's short, but you still got to prepare for tomorrow.
Yeah, you don't want nobody with trust issues.
Right.
Because as an entrepreneur, you out here and you're dealing with a lot of people. And if she don't really trust you, then as soon as you get home, it's gonna be like, where you been? You know what I mean? Did you take her out to lunch? And what's her name? And then that insecurity can really drain a relationship. So you want somebody that's mature and can, and you know, they trust you, you trust them. And a woman can be a good, you know, person to bounce some opinions off of, because you got to make a lot of decisions in business. So if you got a woman that's smart and you trust her, y'all have a good relationship, then you can just really go to her and say, look, I got this business move I'm looking to deal with. Or you might go out to dinner as couples and she may peep game and say, nah, that's not really the kind of person you need to be dealing with. You know, I think you need to watch him. You know what I mean? So, you know, it can work both good and bad. But the bad is you don't want nobody that's going to try to monopolize your time and not respect the fact that you got to hustle as an entrepreneur. So, you know, they have to be understanding that, look, I might have to do 12, 16 hours. You know what I mean? So, you know, that's real.
All right.
I feel like you need to avoid a woman that is lazy. Women, you know, somebody that has an attitude, because naturally people will invite you and your lady out on business endeavors. And if you got somebody that's real catty with other women, or always has something to say, or don't know when to just put it to rest, that can make you look bad. I know some men that are controlled by their wives, and people say, I won't deal with him because his wife be tripping. And that's not good. I need to view my woman as an asset, not a liability. So if you're not great with saving money, if you don't think ahead, if you don't like to invest, you're not the woman for me. And most importantly, if you don't understand my life, you know, personally, when I get married, I want my wife to hustle because she wants to. You know, of course, keep your own money, but I want to bring home the bacon. So pretty much alley-oop me. If you know I've been building a house for 16 hours and I'm going to be hungry when I get home, had the courtesy to have some dinner ready, and understand I might not be able to stay up all night with you. You might have 2 good hours because I'm exhausted. And the 2 hours was a lot. And some women won't understand that I'm mentally and physically tired because I work with my brain and my hands.
Exactly.
And some people just don't understand it for their selfish reasons. So a woman need to be happy within themselves, or they're going to depend on you for the happiness, and they're going to drain you.
Hey, look, those some high standards, bro. You better practice what you preach. 10 years from now, I bet not see you. I bet not see with no dumb, pretty girl. Like, man, she got the looks, but she can't read a book. You better practice what you preach.
Oh, of course. You know, I got a short, high standards now, and I got a short fuse for things I don't agree with. You know, I'll give you a pass or two, and if
she better be a hustler. She better respect y'all.
Yes,
I want to see all that when I see with your wife. And like, okay, I see why you did.
Because ultimately, if anything happened, your wife's supposed to be next in command to take over. You know, if y'all got children and things like that, if you built this empire and something unfortunate happens, is she going to flop it? Did you do all that for nothing?
Thanks.
Absolutely.
So do you think you could date
good
a woman
opinion
that's in a better position than you, or a bigger boss than you?
Actually, yeah.
She gotta come home and cook.
No, it depends, because some men got pride issues with a woman making more than them. And to me, in my head, that's like, let me step it up. You know what I mean? Let me go harder. And I probably could take some advice from her because she is successful. And women like that usually looking for love and not the money. When you're looking for a woman that wants love, the money, you know, she can make more than me. I still pay all the bills. And that just tells me if I got a slow season, a bad week, we all take losses, being bosses from time to time. I feel like I got a good teammate, because if I spent my last dollar paying every bill, I know if my woman not gonna look out for me, that's not my woman.
Yeah, it's not competition, it's cooperation.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
We teammates.
At the bottom line.
I could deal with it. We teammates. We going head to head, grinding. Like it don't stop there. Like if you win, that's a win for me. If I win, that's a win for you. That's how I want my lady to think. So we going head to head. We motivating each other. That's just what it is.
That leads to my next question. So, you know, it ain't no stereotype. That's just a gentleman way.
Right.
Do men always gotta pay for everything, or do y'all feel like a woman should pitch in sometimes, or should you just have the woman where, no, you a dog, I might say everything. You need this, you need this, you need this. Don't even think about digging in your pocket. Or should the woman say sometimes, okay, babe, I see you bought this, I'm gonna pitch in. That's probably one side of the question I just asked. But do y'all feel like men should they pay for everything in their life? Just say if we just date, I might send the rent. You know?
No.
I
What's your
agree.
opinion?
My opinion is I'm definitely gonna take care of home. I got you, the kids, the crib, all of that. Am I gonna pay for everything? No, I think that you as a woman, if you on your grind and things like that, you should go in your pockets. Of course, I'm not demanding you to, nothing like that. But let's be fair here, life costs.
Yeah.
No, you got a girl who on the come up. She building her brand. She don't got a dollar to her name right now, but y'all madly in love. Are you gonna respect her grind? Shall she respect your grind and not make her pay for nothing, or are you cutting it to her? What you doing?
She don't got a dollar.
I don't know. I think you should be a gentleman, and you should really set the pace. So maybe at the beginning, you know what I mean. You open the car door, you pay for dinner, and you play that leadership role as the man. And then from there, if she's a good woman, she's gonna offer. You won't even have to ask. And I feel like if that happens, allow her to play the give and take game, because that's what it's about, give and take.
That was my point.
We're a team.
I like that. Hey, remember y'all take notes and I open the car door. Guys forget about that.
He's talking about opening the car door.
Me personally, I feel like
Last time you opened the car door, Jalen.
I feel like me personally, I will never date and live with nobody again. It's a no to me.
That's gonna have to happen.
No, it doesn't.
Not date, but I'm saying period. Living with your spouse is gonna have to happen.
I mean,
Let me say this. I don't think you can say that. You're gonna have to live with your spouse in order to know if you want to marry him or not. Because if you don't live with him, then what's gonna happen? You're gonna end up marrying somebody and seeing that type of lifestyle. Right.
I think what he's saying, he doesn't want to live with a woman unless they get married, because there's some science to that.
He don't want to shack up.
It's a deeper commitment when you're married. So, y'all getting in an argument or it's not working out. If it's a marriage, you're going to try to work that out versus going right to divorce. But if y'all just in a relationship and it gets ugly, then, it's out. And then there's a spiritual aspect to it for me, because you become one with that woman. You connecting with her.
And when I say that, I mean, like, you got your place, I got my place. I might spend the night at your place, 2 nights. You can come to my place. But if things don't work, we ain't got to worry about this my house, this my couch, this my TV, this is this, I bought that. Just from experience, me personally, I'm not sure if it's toxic or not. I will not acquire nothing with anybody until it's my wife.
I touched on that though. Like, you kind of you fight with yourself, bro, because at the beginning you said you want your wife to be in your business.
Yeah, my wife. We talking about a girlfriend.
The same thing you just said. Who get the TV? Who get
to eventually become your girlfriend? So I feel like a girlfriend.
I don't even watch TV. You can
It's
get the TV.
it's levels. I feel like, because I think like this. Okay, we dating, we in a relationship. We take it slow. If I feel like I want to marry you, let's move in. Or upon engagement.
Remember though. So what y'all was saying was y'all to cut me off, bro. But look, what I'm saying is, he said if we get in dating, she gotta take the TV. I take the couch. You show a wife and you in your business, it's you get this address, I get this property. That's gonna happen if you got your wife and treating your business. That coincided with what you said earlier.
I will only marry in pure faith, so I won't even think about that. If you don't go into a marriage with that energy, it might not even work.
Man, every man said that. You gotta say we might work out a year or not a year. You know
That's
what
why
I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna get this 1-year lease. We gonna
I ain't think about leasing. We doing the more.
But I hear what you're saying. You can't start something thinking you're gonna fail. You know what I'm saying? So, you might take some losses. It might be a divorce, but that's not the plan. And if so, then, hopefully you married to somebody reasonable and y'all can split things up where everybody can continue to grow. But sometimes it don't work that way. But life is full of risks. That's why we entrepreneurs.
I can name some women. Girls been mad at me. At 23, I've been telling women that we get married, we sign the prenup. It's
23, bro.
You signed the prenup, boo. You signing it, like, or you're not getting married. Like, I work hard. I'm gonna let her keep her stuff in her name too. I would never want to take from a woman, but you can enjoy the reaps of my labor as long as intimacy is right. Would not mean just intimacy, but our connection. You know what I'm saying? But when we leave, you know, some people pay their ex-wife till they die and even continue.
Yeah. I think some of those laws are brutal. You know what I mean? Definitely. But, you know, it depends on the circumstance. But if a woman's really holding down everything and, you know, she help you to get to where you're at. And then when you get on, you might be like, well, I want a younger model. And you leave, you don't want to leave her ball. You want to leave her in a good position where she can take care of herself and she can enjoy the fruits of the labor that she had to do. Because you know what I mean? Although a woman may not have a job, she's cooking for you. She's probably giving you some great advice along the way, and she's taking care of the family. And you want to make sure everybody's okay and living good. Now, court battles can get ugly and sometimes it can get lopsided, but for the most part, you want to leave everybody in a situation where they're doing good, but you're still left in a position where you can still do what you're doing. Don't break me.
Right.
I want to
be selfish, Jalen. Be selfless.
Look, I want to jump to another question. I want you to take time to answer this question. I want everybody to go on order. So I want to combine personal life and business. So we talking about relationships and wife and spouses. I was thinking about kids in some type of way. So if you was to have kids, you could just say you got a lot of kids. You popping them out. You maybe got 11, 12. I'm talking about some high numbers. Do it get to a point in like sanity for people who are not sanity, who can't stop having babies? Is it gonna get to a point where, damn, I got 7 kids and I'm trying to run a business? This is not. I'm going through it. I'm pulling my hair out. Kids are part of your personal life. What you go out and do, like if you go to this club, you drink too heavy, you smoke too heavy, your girl is bad for you. I want to talk about all the personal things outside of business. How big does it affect? Like, because I want to ask y'all, are you a masonry? Do you go home and watch YouTube? What are y'all doing in y'all personal life that contributes to your business, and how does it affect it? Like, mix personal life and business. Do you take it separate, or is it all one, where you everything mountain TVs and detailing? That's your whole life, or you got other things that don't have nothing to do with it?
That ain't possible. Your whole life to be all business. You gotta. No.
When I ain't talking to clients,
ain't
bro,
business.
Sleeping, that's not even personal life. That's something every human got to do. That don't count. I'm saying when I ain't talking to clients, bro, I'm watching podcasts on real estate, and I'm listening to Joe Osteen of like about maybe like God and things like that. You know what I'm saying.
Being married in that whole situation, because now I can be married to my business. Things are not out of order. I put God first, but I can work 16 hours a day and love it, and I'm not really hurting nobody.
So your answer is you're right. Your personal life affects your business a lot.
Oh yeah. My personal life will change the dynamics of my business, But right now, I can really, really, really just spend as much time in my business, and I'm kind of enjoying that. But it'll come another season in my life where, you know what I'm saying, I know for sure that this is what I want to do. I want to be married. And then I'm going to kind of change that dynamics, because you got to respect the relationship as well. So you got to think about all these things before you go into it.
You got kids?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So how do you, that's my biggest part to me of my personal life is the fact that I got a daughter, and that's my personal life right there. I don't think about my business when I'm with. When I'm with.
There you go.
daughter.
Now I'm just saying.
And,
so if you love your daughter for sure. Now
Right.
if you had 4 daughters, that's gonna affect your time.
I don't want 4 daughters.
Yeah, I'm not having 4 daughters, and I'm trying to
I'm
make a
on 2
business.
already.
I'm trying to build up.
Another thing, if you got a girlfriend, I ain't talking about the relationships. I'm saying it's a part of personal life. You got a girlfriend that want to be with you every night, and you can't even get to your suit and tie to go show a house. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I think personal life affected.
It does. But you know, your kids
do stop me from scheduling showings at 5 and 6 o'clock. So it's like on a Wednesday, I'm not showing no house at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock type. So that's
Hey,
all
he passed to me. You better call Jalen. 213. We're the same company.
But that's real talk. You got to have in a relationship. You got to have like a date night. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kind of make that space. But if you got a good woman and she know you chasing the dream, and you really working hard, she's gonna say, "Baby, I'm gonna give you the slack to do what
can't
you
get
need
bored."
to do."
Look, he over here, Jalen over here, like, yeah, that's the tax write off. We're going on this little date.
Somehow
he gonna find some kind of way.
What I was gonna say though is, I like the relationship topic too, though. But you still can't get bored. Like I know a woman would be saying, "We go on date night every other Tuesday, every other month, boy. You better cut it." So I think you still got to have some lust. That's why it's
you got to be spontaneous.
There you go. That's why I said I think my wife is gonna be my end goal when I'm at the $1 billion person that I am. All these assets and just deal after deal, whether it's real estate, just doing a lot. I'm gonna have that wife, but she gonna come over time, or she gonna be built. We might start dating and just keep her around for years. So I say, okay, if this happens, she there. This happens, she there.
She building herself right now.
Guys, you're speaking into existence.
There it is.
Yeah. So another question I want to talk about today. Generation. You want to talk about the personal life in your business?
Yeah, actually, it's something most people probably need to hear. Like right now, I'm kind of struggling balancing personal and business because, after I graduated school, I've been trying to be a boss since I graduated high school, and I took failure after failure after failure after failure. And me and Tez moved from Chicago back to Detroit the same day. And I told myself that was the last failure I would ever have.
What happened with that? You want to abbreviate on that?
I will talk on it later. But things didn't pan out, and I lost everything. And I told myself that my heart cannot take another failure. And
that's what happened with living, though, bro. You don't say that. You're gonna have to take another failure.
Well, what I'm saying is, it told me to turn up a lot more because I was just too loose, and that's when my discipline had to come in. So right now, I am all business. I really can't think of the last time I did something personal for myself to have fun because I'm so focused on me and highly committed to what I'm doing.
But you gotta, so we can all help each other. If you're gonna be around me, my mom give me probably the best advice, and I don't know how, because she's not a business owner. She always cut into me and say, "Son, you look burnt out." It'd be like I'll be answering the phone for clients at 10:30 p.m. and she seen me start at 8 in the morning. It's not good for your soul and your well-being, bro. You'll be grinding so hard you forget what you're grinding for.
But here's the difference.
Time to do, all right, so you don't have no time to relax. You don't got no relax time.
I mean, I relax.
How you stay stress-free?
Honestly, I like to build. Like my arm been broke the past 2 months, and I lost my independency. I just got back to work, and the past 2 months, I just had a clouded mind, and I just got back into the field. That's why I got on these work clothes. Right. I felt at peace. I framed the house. I did some plumbing. I did some electrical, and that brought me peace. I could do that 12 hours and not even know. And I know that time I'm putting into myself is gonna have further benefits. When I look up and I got 5 rental properties by the end of the year, now I can sit back.
You still gonna need balance, bro. I know
But-
this by myself, bro.
But
Listen,
everybody's different though.
Facts.
Everybody's
now
different.
this is a human being.
I know,
bro.
and
You
I'm
ain't gonna
working
live
on
your
it.
best life to this. I'm gonna drop it down real quick.
Life is about balance.
It
For sure.
is, and I think you feeling the pain of what you just kind of went through.
Mhm.
But you're a young man, and you learn from it. Pace yourself.
Mhm.
So when you do start seeing somebody, you know what I mean, don't go in hard so fast.
Right.
Pace yourself.
Mhm.
And then it's a saying that says in the Bible that says it's better to be alone than in the house with a contentious wife. So you know what I mean. Sometimes that space where you alone is great. Don't just be with somebody that's driving you crazy. Y'all not getting along. That maybe not be the right relationship.
That's
But,
what
you know,
contentious mean.
yeah, contentious. Yeah, that's what it means. So, you know,
Awesome.
somebody like to argue, fuss, and
Right.
fight. You know what I'm saying? And you constantly wrestling with that issue. They're never at peace. They don't
Right.
bring peace to you. For me, a woman has to bring more to the table. I'm happy already.
Right.
So you know, you got to bring something to the table to make me happier, make
Right,
me
people be
enjoy
like-
my life more.
People always say, I can't make you happy. Only you can make you happy.
That's right.
I don't believe that though.
True.
I'm
just
saying,
saying,
you
It starts with
explain.
you. It starts
Because
with
somebody
you.
else can make you happy, bro.
Of course, somebody can make
If
you
But-
that's
happy.
what you want.
Listen,
Listen, you're gonna-
Of course,
that's gonna
somebody
be
can
a
make
bad
you happy,
ending.
but
If that's
they
what
can't
you
make
want,
you
I
happy
feel
if
like-
you don't make yourself happy.
Exactly.
So if you don't
Yeah.
make yourself happy,
Yeah.
whatever they can dish shit out all day long, and it's still not going to
It's
be
a-
enough for you.
It's a big world though. Like I get what you're saying. It's messed up that we saying this. Is actually people out here like that. Like some people, you don't understand. My happiness all depend on a woman. If she leave me, I might kill myself. People actually do that in real
Yeah.
life. That ain't good, bro. That's part of the balance.
Yeah,
So I was saying with you is when I was gonna drop a gem.
Mhm.
I was in the clothes heavy. Now that my life has moved on, I didn't really got out. It's either I'm in Adidas pants and an Invest hoodie, or just I'm doing custom Invest or something, or I'm in a suit. It's one or the other. I don't have time to shop. And that's a problem. I need balance. I need to say, okay, I can call you tomorrow instead of just jumping on it right now. Because shopping may just help me. Okay, I work for this. I can afford this now. I ain't gonna convince somebody that designer. I like doing like different stuff
Thank you,
with
baby.
this.
Mhm.
I'm just saying you gotta have balance.
But also, you know, the benefit of being a boss is saying I could take this day off to do it. But what y'all gotta understand is I've been handicapped the past 2 months. So I got a lot of catching up to do.
All right.
And I just been sitting down in my thoughts. And personally, I just been working on personal therapy. I'm gone from home so much. I'm trying to work on things I can have at home. So like I went and got a pull-up bar. I did 10 pull-ups this morning. I felt like the man coming from a broken arm. Did some push-ups, you know what I mean? And you know, I trade the markets late at night. So I said, you know what? Let me get a little PlayStation so I can play the game to keep me up. Just
you
a small.
you coincided yourself again. You said you don't do
man,
nothing in
no
your
practice.
personal
No,
life.
I said
Right,
I'm
you
working
just
on
named
it.
like
I
5
told y'all I'm
things.
working on
You
it. No.
funny, bro.
No,
Look,
I said I'm
you
working
playing
on
the
it.
game is personal life. You trade this personal life. You doing pull-ups. That's your health and your
Trading
exercise.
business. Trading business,
Right.
bro. That's working my brain.
That's still another business though. It's another part of your life. You saying all your life is investing in the one thing right now. That ain't the truth.
You said business. That's business. Trading is business. And in my head, I'm thinking, I got to get up at 3 a.m. and I might be tired. What's going to keep me up? Let me enjoy myself. Let me not be anxious over these trades and stress myself out. People might think, oh, trading is just super easy. I mean, it's not hard, but I'm working my brain at 3 a.m. because that's the best time. So why not kill 2 birds with 1 stone? You know, if I'm travel time, I'm gonna listen to a podcast. I'm really into self-education, and that's why I'm real well versed. I like to learn. That's just what makes me happy. I like to learn the smallest thing, the biggest thing. That's kind of my personal thing. Now I said this year I'm gonna get into traveling. I like to take a trip a month because when I'm traveling, I'm not worried about nothing at all. At all.
Well,
You gotta add that balance into your life.
balance. That's it. And then there's seasons of your life. You know what I'm
Gotta
saying?
have
So you may be in the season right now where you're not focused on a relationship. You focus on developing yourself. But that
Exactly.
season ain't gonna always be there because you know, my opinion, you'll be a millionaire in 18 months from what I know about you, and I'm gonna help you get there. But you know, this season you may need to focus in on your business a little bit more, and then when you get in a relationship, then kind of like gradually let it happen. Don't go in too hard, too fast,
Right.
and don't make an idol out of nobody. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? Because you setting yourself up to be crushed. Because sometimes people can't trust themselves.
I want to open up to you more. So at this table, you're the only person that can talk about seasons. Can't nobody at this table talk about seasons but him because he got more years in life. Do you feel like explain more when you say season? Life is a split up in season. This season I'm doing this in my life. God just gave you a season on your life. Is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So explain more how you feel.
It's a lot of seasons. It was a season when I was in the military and I was developing myself as a man. It's a season when I was in college. It was a season I was working for corporate America and I was learning business. It's a season when I became an entrepreneur. Season when I opened up my nonprofit. It's a season when I was in a marriage. You know what I'm saying? The season I was out of that marriage. You know what I mean? So, there's different seasons in your life. It's not always stagnant. It's not always the same. It changes.
Some of this over here.
We had different.
Some of this over there.
Have you predicted anything that happened at all? Have you predicted anything?
I have, you know what I'm saying? I follow this one young brother that has an incredible ministry called Unedited Truth Unedited, actually.com. And but he's just dealing with the truth of it. He ain't dealing with, pagan holidays and this and that. Once you get into understanding history and understanding really what's going on out here. But he actually predicted where Bitcoin would be. You know what I'm saying? So, he actually filmed his video. He does about 20-minute series and he filmed a video about Bitcoin. Powerful piece. And at the time, Bitcoin was about $5,000 a coin. And now it's at $72,000.
They're at 50 now.
Oh, they might have went back down. They were 72.
What you see at 72?
Yeah, they went to 72.
What month?
Okay, they went back down, but they was about 2 days ago. They was at 72.
Wait, at 27.
2 days ago, they was at 72. I watched the markets.
Somebody open up that cash app, though. I do want to see that.
Yeah.
No, he just checked. It's at 47 right now.
But it just went down.
To piggyback on what Cliff said, like I said, I like knowledge. Cliff has witnessed about 4 real life predictions that I called. Number one, a couple weeks ago, I said, hey, Cliff, we're going to have the best week in the stock market ever because they're dropping quarterly reports. What happened, Cliff?
Yeah. He did. This young man is brilliant, and he's learning to be a better trader, but he's learning the patterns of trading. So he's understanding trades. But I also look at business as a whole and where things are going and where they're moving, because we're in some special times. You got the pandemic. You got a lot of money right now that's going to be put out, $2 trillion, but the country's in about a $27 trillion deficit. So that's money is not as real as you think. You know what I mean? Inflation's 2.25%. So if you put your money in a savings account at 0.5%, you losing money
every day on the dollar.
So the dollar, it's alternative currencies are going to continue to live and work because, the dollar is really, it's inflated. And I think the first global currency will continue to live, which is all kinds of different crypto. Bitcoin just is number one. Ethereum's number two. But crypto as a whole, I think that's going to be around. It's not going to go anywhere. You just saw Jay-Z drop some information on the internet. He just put 25 million into it. Elon Musk, who owns Tesla, who's probably the biggest entrepreneur out here right now, he dropped 1.5 billion. And you only have to report 5% to the public. And he also you can take Bitcoin and buy a Tesla.
Yeah, he just put it all in Bitcoin or different shares.
I think he did it in crypto as a whole, but he's really behind Bitcoin because he's allowing you to buy a Tesla with Bitcoin. So
a financial advisor spaced his money out into different. Yeah,
he's moving it around because if you losing money, you know what I mean, the dollar's not worth as much, and other money is gaining traction. But you ultimately want to have a diversified portfolio.
True. I was just finna get into that. I'm finna quit procrastinating for real, because the way that I see things moving, if you make
If you want money to retire with, you put it and hold it. And like I said, I predict things. The week before Bitcoin hit 50,000, I told both these guys, and they was like, "Nah." Well, Stefan was like, "It's not gonna hit 50."
I didn't say that. I
Did
said
you?
it was for sure going.
Oh yeah, it hit 50 the next week.
I didn't know for sure, but I believe Bitcoin is going to do just what it's doing. I think it's going to go up, a little down, up, but it's going to continue to gradually go up.
It's about to hit 60.
Like you said,
I'm calling you
like
after
Cliff
this
said,
podcast.
It's at 47
$1.9 trillion.
Yeah,
That's not going to do nothing but make Bitcoin go up. And once I said
It
that, I was
is.
like, "Oh yeah, Bitcoin going to go up." Off just
But gold and
$1.9
silver
trillion.
is solid too. You want to get in gold and silver. And a lot of people think you got to buy a whole Bitcoin. You can get fractional ownership. And the reason Bitcoin is as solid as it is because they're not printing no more. They're not making anymore. So the coin itself will go up because they're not just going to make a bunch of more coins like
how
money.
they doing money. Yeah. So I got a question.
Another reason it's gonna shoot up is another prediction. I told Cliff on election day, I said, like I said, we do grants, and I told Cliff, I said, hey, it's gonna be a special grant for black women. We got a black woman vice president. 2 days ago, it's $1 billion designated for black women, in particular hairstylists, sole proprietors. So if if you black people, but black women in specific, so women that's making desserts, doing hair, there's designated money just for them. And along with that, we're gonna get a stimulus check. A lot of people catching the wave of Bitcoin, and it's gonna shoot up because people's gonna get the stimulus check and they're gonna put it into crypto because they see what's going on.
Appreciate that, boss.
And 2 days later, it's gonna drop because everybody gonna sell off and it's gonna shoot up. We'll be at 60,000 in about 8 days. We'll check up on that.
I need to know when it's gonna drop.
Give us the info for that so we can drop it on the site. So we'll have
you can go to Millennial Mutual Investments. We'll put it on there.com, and you can follow us. We're doing some amazing things with investments as a whole, because like you said, it's kind of smart to just let it sit there and grow over time, because sometimes it's really hard to day trade it because you don't know when that up and down is going to go. But what we have is a system that the banks use. It's an artificial intelligence system. And when I first started out with the company, making investments, I was making 30% on my money. Now I'm making 100%. But that's because the market got so high.
Y'all like Fidelity and like things like that, or y'all different?
We're different. We actually allow you to make money in two different ways. We allow you to take your money and invest it safely. You can follow our experts. We got 25 experts. We vet them every month. And you can follow those experts and you can just take the signals they send out for Forex. So you can safely make your money in Forex. You know what I mean? So we involve you in a lot of different industries, including stocks and mutual funds. We have a lot of things that can work, and we have a university that will teach you about it. So, that's one side of it. The other side of it, if you want to build a business under it and bring more people into investments, you can make a little bit money for your referrals.
So you said, drop the website again, where you can find this.
You said millennialmutualinvestments.com.
Well, you can hit us on Instagram as well, Millennial Mutual Investments. But I'm going to put it you can put it in the post at the bottom, right?
Yeah, we're going to add that
so we're going to add that because people are doing extremely well right now in these markets. And in crypto, I just feel like that's going to be $10,000 coin one day, because it's just the way it is. It's just like, I don't know, going from horse and buggy to combustion engine. You know what I mean? There was never a global currency before. This is a global currency, one standard. And see, what our company does is the one aspect of it is like, how do I spend my Bitcoin until all merchants come on? We have a partnership with Visa. So we give you a black card and we let you spend $10,000 a day.
See, I like want to
while
hear
you
more.
trade.
I want to hear more of your benefits though, because I'm just not
Okay.
hearing about this like just now. So I
Yeah.
can like treat your company like a retirement fund and just I got extra money I want to throw it into. I thought
That's just for
Yeah.
the records, we are not affiliated with iMarkets Live. Our company is on the New York Stock Exchange, but the crypto card, like you said, is pretty cool. I had a interesting dinner about a month ago with some professional basketball players and an NFL player. And I was talking about Bitcoin. And he like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm not putting no trust in the coin. And I told him, you got to update with the times. You got to move with the times. At one point, there was no money. At one point, there was no gold. At one point, there was just, you traded your donkey for some salt and sugar. And he said, oh, what you going to do? Pay for your food in Bitcoin? Pulled out my card. I said, yes, I am. Yes, I am. So I just told him like that is the future, and a lot of people have a hard time adapting to it. So it's almost like don't wait till it's too late. So you gotta update with the changes. Like a lot of people don't know the U.S. dollar has their own cryptocurrency. It's just worth the same amount as a dollar right now, but that should tell you that at some point paper will be nothing. How will they do it? I'm not sure.
Hey, when did they announce that you can buy a Tesla or Bitcoin?
That was about, I think it was about 4 weeks ago. And when that happened, the market was at about $35 $35,000 a Bitcoin. And it jumped up to 50. That's when it hit that $52,000 mark.
And that's because of that. Basically.
That's because of that, because, you know, they're starting to integrate that into society. A lot of banks are starting to deal with it. Merchants are dealing with it. A lot of stores are dealing with it. And it's a way that you can spend it on your credit cards. I mean, digital money is going to be the future. It's almost like the internet. It's like getting involved in the internet when it first started. A lot of people didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal. Same thing with Tesla. They thought his little electric car was laughable. Now you got Mercedes, BMW, Volvo, Ford, GM. Everybody's going electric now. So, you know, it's about jumping in when it's new. And maybe there isn't that much confidence because older people, they kind of fossilize and they don't want to deal with the changes of life. So they're just holding on with what they already know.
Right.
But life evolves.
Literally, like
Yeah, you got to learn how to adapt.
That's
you
right.
watch all the entrepreneur stories, they be failing and then they ended up coming up 10, 20 years later from trying one new thing. That is crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Crushing the game.
What was you about to say, bro?
That's dope. No, I was just going to shout out millennialmutualinvestments.com for grants. Check them out. See what grants you are.
For grants, we do it under Financial Solutions Business Management. That's FSB Management. We have an actual investment firm. That's separate from the company that we actually get you grants, loans. I've saved a lot of small businesses, got people millions of dollars, been able to repair credit for them. We got business credit. We can get your business credit on. That's the side of the company where we really get you solid, get your credit right. So, we're doing extremely well with that. And there's a lot of money out here. And we just make sure people get an opportunity to do it. And I do it in a way where it goes through my nonprofit. Okay. So the small 10% fee that we get, I got to keep all my employees working. You can write off 100% of that with your taxes, because we're a 501c3 since 2008. So the little fee that we do charge, you can write that off on your taxes. So we're really in the business of helping people grow and showing them where the future is going.
I want people to learn something from this podcast.
Hold on, let me ask a question.
Go ahead.
So can new business owners come to you as well? Say if I'm a fresh new business owner, I just created an LLC, say the last 6 months.
You can come to us before you create your LLC, because we can do your LLC for you. We can advise you if you need an S Corp, C Corp, what type of business structure is important. Just jumping and getting a DBA or LLC, it might not be the best for the type of business you have. Right. So we advise you on that. We set that up for you, your website, You know what I mean?
And you help create
E-commerce.
funding for them.
We get the
Those same
funding.
people. Right,
We
okay.
get the funding for your business as well. We make sure you're healthy personally because you're a reflection of your business. And if your credit is bad, then it's extremely hard for you to grow your business in the direction. So, you know, a lot of people kind of steer away from credit. I just don't want to see it. I just don't want to know. But, you know, it's not as bad as you think. And it's a lot that can be done. And we can move your credit in 30 days, 60 days. I've turned people from a 500 to a 700. And that's like night and day. You can't do anything with a 500, but with a 700, you have good credit. So, you know, it's a lot that can be done, and you just got to just spend the time to work on it. And we charge a very small fee to do this because we want to be with you from the genesis all the way to the end.
Right.
Absolutely.
That's why, the question I got for everybody, it's a weird question, but I feel like I'm definitely at that point right now, like my breaking point. When you was talking about the 10% that you can write off for taxes and things like that. So biting on that a little bit, when do you think it's important to where, okay, this business is too big for me, I need to hire an assistant, I need to hire an accountant, I need to hire this person for that? When do you think at that point is when you just can't do it no more, or should you not wait that long?
You know, there's a lot of value in doing a business plan and having advisors. So, you know, you want to put a business plan together. It doesn't have to be a 40-page business plan. I've done those before, but you can do a 10-page, 5-page business plan, just so you have an idea of where you want to go and how you got to organize yourself. So there's a lot of software that can do your accounting. So when it comes time for you to file your taxes, everything is already done for you. You know what I mean? You don't have to think about it. And then your business, you want to grow it organically. So you don't know how fast your business is going to grow.
Right.
But there's resources that we can send you to. So you don't necessarily always have to hire somebody. You can hire another company that can actually take on the phone calls or do cold calling for you. So you can outsource.
Right. That's all. So that part on the inside of you, what do you make it like a trademark to where when I hit this point, I'm gonna hire a tax person. When I hit this, what makes you do it?
You know, it depends on how much your gross revenues are for the year. So a lot of times when you have small gross revenues, you can do that taxes yourself because it's very simple and you don't want to have to spend a lot of money to do it. And there's software that can help you with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's user-friendly software that can help you with that. But once you get to a point where you're really making some money, you definitely want to have a serious tax advisor because there's a lot of let me just put it to you this way. Donald Trump didn't hardly get away. He's a billionaire, didn't hardly pay a lot of taxes, but he couldn't have did it with a lot of tax attorneys that showed him all the loopholes and how it all works. So as you make more money, you want to understand from a professional. They're going to show you things that you just wouldn't know about. So, you know, grow gradually. You know what I mean? You might want to do H&R Block, but then you might want to get somebody personally that specializes in taxes. And I have a group of people that specialize in business taxes. And that's extremely important because it's between night and day. You know, what you got to pay out in taxes, what you can write off. You kind of want to have an understanding of that and you want to take advantage of it. Otherwise, you're just giving the government money that you don't have to. The government wants you to succeed if you are wise enough to understand what it takes to succeed.
So you just say big money. Once I get the big bucks, I hire a professional.
Well, not
I
big.
say when you understand, when you think you need one.
Yeah.
When it's that time when I feel like I need this person now. I need this now.
If your business is making $30,000 a year, you need to get one because now you understanding how you know what I can do. I can write my car off. You know what I'm saying? This room in my house is a write-off.
I believe you should have a team from the beginning.
Yes, you should. You should have an advisor. We're advisors, so we're gonna put that team together for you.
What if you ain't bringing in big bucks? Do I need to hire an assistant now, or should I wait?
If you're making $10,000 a year, it's not necessary. You know, you can kind of figure that out yourself. But I don't want you to pay for a service that you don't need.
That's the question I was asking for yourself. Like, when should I
Yeah.
get to that point where I need an assistant? I need a tax person. I need a person to plan my day. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't make that decision until it's. Some people do it early.
I think you should do it
That's when
right
you should
from
want-
the start.
Yeah,
because
you
you
do it
don't
from
know
the
how
beginning.
big your business is gonna grow.
Exactly. You
Yeah,
don't know.
and
It's situational just because everybody have different strong suits. So if you could be good in taxes and stuff like that. So you might have the information already, but you might need somebody to answer your phone call.
You'll put somebody
I
on
think that's
payroll as
simple.
soon as you start.
I put it to you this way. You have an advisor. I have hundreds of clients. So I know the nature of your business. I maybe can refer you to a lot of money because these are my relationships.
Right.
So if I want to see your business grow, I'm saying, go see him, go talk to him. I'll give this young brother a call. He's just starting his business, patronize him. So, it's relationships. As an entrepreneur, networking is everything. So, you want to get yourself involved with somebody that can help your business grow because you don't know everything. But there's a lot of resources out here. We do it very well. And, that's like value you didn't see coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to keep networking and, working with people that can help you grow your business, especially if you haven't did it before. You've never set up a business. You're getting started in business from the beginning. What kind of structure do I need? DBA. A lot of people just go get a DBA, but you can be sued personally with a DBA.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
We got some good conversation going on, but unfortunately, we got to wrap it up. If we want to keep talking about it, y'all have to tune in to the next episode of Boss Talk. So what we going to do is we going to end the episode. Everybody leave a message to the people before we go. Leave a message of inspiration.
Well, again, like I left my message on the news, same message. Just do it. I'm following that. I love that slogan by Nike. Just do it. Whatever you think, just do it. Put your mind to it, and you can do it.
So I say,
Want it, go get it.
Always, everybody might not be religious, but I just say always trust God. But if you're not religious, always trust the universe. Nothing happens for no reason. Like you feel a certain type of way for a reason. This happened for a reason. Nothing is a setback. It may be a setup. So I want y'all to just keep striving and understand that if you're going through something, it's just to teach you something. And also, it's always strength in numbers and the more avenues you do. So just don't give up on one business because you don't see it pop yet. There you go.
Yeah,
I'm going to piggyback off of that. I say faith and then intelligent planning. You know what I'm saying? Don't just jump out in the water. You know what I mean? Without no rain boots. You know what I mean? So you want to have faith, but you got to plan. Planning is an important stage that a lot of people don't do. And if you don't, you may be planning to fail. So, and I want to send a shout out and let everybody know to come back next week. We have a real estate talk. We got some real estate tycoons here in the room. So we're going to be talking about real estate, flipping houses, selling houses, building houses. So that's what it's going to be all about.
Yes, sir.
Whatever we can talk about, we're going to talk about it next week.
Me, I would say no one's half the battle. My dad, my whole life, always told me that no one was half the battle. And I did not, it went over my head my whole life until he passed away. And what he was trying to tell me is, if you take your time to know something and understand it before you get into it, you halfway there. You got a 50% chance of succeeding if you just know what you're doing. So don't ever go into anything blind. Take your time and just know and have that faith, and it'll work out.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm going to finish it up with making sure that if you start something, make sure you follow through. That's all it is to it. It's following through, because you gonna win eventually, or you might even lose, but it's a lesson behind that. And if you got your follow through, then you not losing in the end. Follow through, you always got something. You gonna win something, you gonna lose something, and you gonna gain something as well.
Boss Talk.
Flat out. Let's
Boss Talk.
Boss Talk. See y'all next week.
Make a move, make it better. Yeah. Forget the rest.
How y'all feeling better?
You're rocking with the best radio station on the planet. SDM Live Unplugged.